I feel like everyone online acts like running a business is like all like doing creative campaigns and other fun stuff. And I feel like January for us has been a lot of heads down, working on stuff, working on operations, improving processes, hiring new roles, developing our service. In this vlog, I think I'm going to go through a lot of the recruitment stuff we're doing. There's a massive recruitment push for us at the minute, trying to get the best talent possible in. Those are all the boring parts of the business that is actually probably 80 to 90% of it. And that's a lot of what I'll talk about in this vlog. 17 vlogs ago, we were talking about how it's actually sometimes tough to run a vlog every single week as a company because not every week is exciting.
To make a fun vlog, you've got to do exciting things and have someone follow you. But to build a big business, you've got to do boring things over a long period of time to grow a business. So we're in this catch-22 where boring things build business, exciting things build vlog. Vlog needs to vlog business. What do we do?
That is the reality of it. Like on the vlog, I see a lot of the exciting things we've done, direct mail, campaigns are running. The other 80%, which we're showing in this vlog, is a lot of running a business, which is just the reality. Welcome back. This morning we had a candidate in for our videographer role, and as part of the interview process, they have to do an in-person like filming session. So we get them in here, we map out this podcast studio. It actually looked better when they were here. But we were sat here, we had a 3-cam setup that they set up. It's actually only recently that we started doing all of our interviews have some sort of in-person element, especially the ones that are going to be in Manchester. And the reason that is back in the day when we were fully remote, it's all well and good like jumping on an interview and asking them like the questions, you know, what's your worst trait? And they say, I'm a perfectionist, and you don't really get anything out of them. But I think there's a massive amount to be gained by just like meeting someone in person and just like getting a general gist of who they are as a person, how they interact in person, their body language. I think there's this massive push probably 2 or 3 years ago to do everything online. You lose a little bit like body language, for example, that you can't gauge on Zoom. And we've had so many candidates over the last probably 12, 18 months, 2 years, that if we would have just interviewed on Zoom, we probably would have brought on board. But within 5 minutes of having them in person, we realised it wasn't a fit, whether that was because character traits or like they wouldn't gel with the team and it a culture fit. That's been massive for us. And we're actually trying to make it harder than ever to work at Noticed as well. I think one thing that everyone says is that you should, hire slow, fire fast. But it's kind of generic advice that gets dismissed. And I think that one thing that we're realising over the last 12 months is how important that actually is. So one thing we're doing is adding different steps into our interview process to make sure that every single person who comes and works here is an absolute killer. Like we're telling our clients we'll keep this the highest standard possible, and the only way we can do that is by bringing in the best people possible. And the only way you get the best people is making them work to get into the role. So literally now, if you want to come work at Noticed, you have to do our culture test, which includes a typing test, 8 situational questions, and then you have to record a 1-minute video. You then do a first task-based portion. You then get to a screening call. You then get to the first interview. You then do a second round interview in person, which is a massively, for us at least, a robust process. It's not as much robust as like Amazon have it or anyone else, but that's the key. That's the gap between like a startup like us and an Amazon. Is a lot of it is their hiring practices. So we're trying to take those hiring practices, implement them in our business, which is still an SME, and that way bring in the best talent.
Who's the best at the word typing challenge?
That would be me. I've got a 90 words per minute. Currently number 1. Second is Jack Primston. Probably 4th is Ben.
Yeah, it's not the best. If you do better than Niall, you're guaranteed an interview.
I'll give you this. If you get over 90 words per minute on our typing test, which you can only do if you apply for a role, so don't like swamp our typing test, then I will give you an in-person interview.
You heard it here first. If you want a job at Noticed,
90 words.
get typing.
Everyone's just been distracting me waffling, but what me and Nat started doing here and what I'm still doing is I'm recording my first long-form YouTube video, which is something we're doing more and more from a content perspective, is doing long-form content. This year for us is a massive year for growth. We're looking to grow about 100% year on year. That's our target. And what that means is a lot and a big content push. So literally this year, just me, myself, I'm doing 5 posts a week on LinkedIn. Actually, I have an article on LinkedIn as well, plus a long form video on LinkedIn. That's 7 posts going live on LinkedIn. We've got the vlog that goes live weekly. We've got a long form YouTube. We've got 2 emails that go live from the company account, 2 that go from my personal newsletter. And that is just like on a weekly basis, just for my content. That's not including another probably 7 to 12 posts that Morgan puts out, the team put out, the company page, all that kind of stuff. We're massively doubling down on content. And to do that, you need like a real content engine behind it, a process. Anyway, me and Nat are about to do this videographer interview, but again, we have 3 roles open right now. Account manager, hybrid in Manchester, sat over there with us. Videographer role, hybrid in Manchester. Graphic designer, remote. On LinkedIn, you can apply for all of them, or go to culturetest.notice.co and apply for the role there. Vlogs every Tuesday, 8:30 AM, LinkedIn and on YouTube.